discuss this further, I'm joined by the freelance journalist and academic Liz Pearson, who's written about Boko Haram and the abduction of women. And also with us is Naziru Mikhailu from BBC Africa. Thank you both for joining us. Naziru, this video, it appears to be genuine. Just describe what we see in it.
Well, the Boko Haram leader, Abubakar Shekau, made it clear in that video that the reason he decided to release this video is because of the international outrage about the kidnapping of these girls. That is why he decided to release the video. It is genuine as far as what we understand. And in that video, he made it clear that he's ready, if the Nigerian government is willing to release Boko Haram prisoners, he's ready to release those girls who have not converted to Islam. So he made it clear. But for those who have decided to, who he said have decided to convert to Islam, they have now become their sisters. So he's not going to release them, even if the Nigerian government is releasing Boko Haram prisoners.
And Naziru, in what we're seeing in this video, it's not all of the girls. We believe it's just over 100 of the over 200 that were kidnapped. And it seems that they are in the process of being converted to Islam.
Yeah, we have managed to count at least 130 girls in that video. And what he said, we had them reciting the first verse of the Holy Quran, and they were making a pronunciation of converting to Islam, and which is clear that this is what the Boko Haram is trying to do. They want to either force them or convince them to convert to Islam. That is why we saw them wearing hijab, and which is a fully Islamic dress for women. So I think the Boko Haram is trying to force or either convince those girls to convert to Islam, while others who have not converted, that is why they are not there in that video.
Liz, the scale of what happened in Chibok is unprecedented, but Boko Haram, they've got form in kidnapping schoolgirls, in kidnapping women.
They have. They've been kidnapping women for around a year now on the explicit orders of the leader, Abubakar Shekau. This is something that dates back to 2011, 2012, which is when the Nigerian police began to detain and arrest wives and family members of Boko Haram. So throughout 2012, we saw Shekau release a number of videos in which he says, "You take our women, we'll take your women," and he threatens retaliation. And then in 2013, this is what he begins to do, taking women, which again he wants to use as bartering chips in order to force the release of these women and also of other militants who'd been arrested.
And the conditions under which these women, in this case young girls, how are they being treated, do you know?
Well, we've seen in other cases where women have been released that they have been released unharmed, that they were not badly treated, they weren't injured in any way. But we do know that Boko Haram is also abducting women as they flee, possibly because of the state of emergency, through rural areas. They're taking girls from rural parts of Nigeria, young women. They are forcing them to convert, if they're Christian, to Islam. They are raping them, they are forcing them into marriage, they are also using them to lure soldiers into positions from which they can be targeted. So there's sort of two reasons why they're taking women, and they're not always well treated.
And in terms of, you described the women as being commodities, as being used as bartering chips. Naziru, the Nigerian government is saying that it's reviewing all its options. It's under incredible pressure to do something about this.
Yeah, it is. But the problem is here, we had the Interior Minister saying, yeah, the government he finds it absurd to talk to a terrorist organization. And we had another official saying, yeah, the government is reviewing all options available. What we understand is that Nigerian government had in the past tried to reach out to Boko Haram. There was a committee set up by the federal government to look into the way of finding how to reach out to Boko Haram. The committee submitted its report and suggested that the government should also set up another committee who will then work underground to reach out to officials of Boko Haram. But what we don't know now is whether the government is doing something underground without the knowing of the public to go and reach out to Boko Haram. I think everything is possible at the moment.